Hey Gear Sluts, so we're looking at the new Adam SP-5 headphones powered by ultrasone and what does that say there? S-Logic. Okay, so they're closed back headphones. They're Adam's first headphones, and I think what they've tried to do is set out to have some familiarity and continuity between the new loudspeaker range, the S3 range, and the headphones as well. So you know, if you're used to their three-way monitors and you need to work quietly, or you're tracking, or you know, on the move, there's some continuity of sound. When I first tried these, my usual headphones are AKG K702s. These were a little brighter. What immediately struck me, my immediate thought was like, it remind me of NS10s a bit. That's not a fair description in a way, because these have got a lot of really nice sub bass in them, and they're very detailed across the range. There's a lot of resolution in the mid-range, and they do appear brighter, but it's almost like you're seeing further into the track. NS10s with tissue paper over them and stuff, and a subwoofer or something, right? That's more like it. Anyway, I thought, no, I can't say NS10s, right? That's too cliched. But Streaky was reviewing these, and it's the first thing he says. Well, like they're sort of like NS10s, but only in the way that that headphones are different from one another, right? It would be unfair to, you know, they're kind of NS10 like in the way that they can present the mid-range. After a little while adjusting between the K702s, you know, it doesn't take long. You just change the headphones over. As soon as you get into the field of these, it's great. There's a big Soundstage, very detailed. The bass is beautifully represented, you know, the low bass. They don't feel claustrophobic at all. I think that's got something to do with the ultrasone design, which places the magnets further from the ears, which is a great thing. I found them really comfortable, more comfortable than the K702s. They're kind of on there tight, and they're closed back headphones. And sure, you won't want to, you know, be wearing them for hours in a way that I could do with the open back headphones, but still, I haven't really experienced any discomfort at all. They fold up. You can do the DJ trick with them as well, so you know, you can do that. They're a pleasure to track with as well, right? Because you're hearing more of the performance in a way. Maybe it's that mid-range detail again. But you know, a couple of people on the forum have said, you know, oh, the graph says this and that and blah blah blah. But yeah, sure. I think, you know, if they're your only pair of headphones, right? I still recommend them. But you see a lot of other people saying they want a more naturalistic representation, but these are naturalistic as well. And I think they will appeal to professional people who need to get a job done, right? They're like a tool to get a job done, and they're not making your ears pay for that kind of increase in detail and so forth. So I think people who are going to use these as a professional working tool will get the equation, and they'll understand the graphs and so forth. But you know, if you look for really kind of comfy, woolly, undetailed kind of sound, then you know, maybe get something else. So $500, right? £500, whatever. Seems like a really good investment in the audio, right? In the audio engineering. Nice work, Adam. I like these. Very, very good. Very, very good tool. I recently reviewed the three-way vertical S3V monitors. These segue really well, right? You know, I found this sound familiar after having reviewed the speakers, right? So they do a good job of translation as well. But I can see these becoming a classic, like NS10s in years to come. But, you know, like I said, comfy NS10s with extra bass and so forth. And, yeah. So there's one fault with these, right? Then they're going to lose a point in the review. Right, where this mounts into the headphone, right? If there's any noise on this cable, right? Or any rubbing on there at all, right? It translates into the shield around there, right? So, in my opinion, this needs to be isolated, right? There needs to be some kind of dampening between the main body of the headphone, and the socket. And if you wear a shirt collar, right, you'll find this will rub on the shirt collar all the time. You'll hear that it'll kind of define the edge of the soundstage, right, which spoils the illusion a bit. So if you haven't got a shirt collar on, you're not moving around too much and you're kind of still, you don't hear any of that. But it is a problem that I think they need to fix in Mark II, but yeah.